Welcome back to my channel. Um, Today we'd like to talk about winter rock hounding that is pretty much accessible for everybody. It's a Montrose occurrence at Niagara Falls. You can find there definitely guaranteed 5 nice crystals. I'm speaking of calcite, fluorite, celestine, gypsum form. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, Celestine or Celestine, one of them. And also sphalerite and dolomite crystals, which are very nicely formed there. So I'm going to take you along with me to my visit last week and see what we can find. What we need today is nothing special. We're dealing with boulders that are brought here by people from different area. So we need a 4-pounder. We need a trimming hammer, some water, chisel if we were working with a big guy like this. Of course, this is just a simple gypsum vein. Knee pads, important. Some snack. An extra bag and paper to wrap our stuff. We're going that way. Location is Montrose, at the back of Rona, back of the mountain. You will find it. Well, this doesn't happen to me often, but as soon as I finish my first take of this video, here she is, or he is. I just lift a boulder from that hole. Whenever it's calcite, well, can you see there's fluorite here, massive, nice clear fluorite, and calcite. So this one was just lifted. You can see small sphalerites in a very nice ball formation. So whenever you see calcite like this one here, this one must have something in it. So this one is keeper. I'm gonna just trim it. This calcite, you can see the calcite is throughout whole rock, so it deserves smack. So let's see what's there. Maybe you can do this live. Ow, I need gloves. I didn't even reach my destination where I normally dig, but let's see what's here. No, I didn't think anything good. Let's give him more smacks. Okay, now I see. Let's see. Nothing. And bunch of nothing. But this is really keeper. Nice fluorite and nice calcite. See you in a minute. So my plan is this. That hole is where I found the fluorite, who is resting here under the sleeve of my jacket. It's very wet. So that zone here that I'm working towards my knees, by the way, this is my knee pads, that's the area I want to work, because looks like this is very good load of debris from quarry or channel that they were digging. And piece of fluorite rock that is still there is the one with this spray of calcite. See that spray of calcite? So I'm taking my time to get there, because on the way there There's a lot of good mineralization here, including dolomite and calcite. When there is calcite, there is lots of stuff. And also those nodules, which are kind of interesting kind of formations, geological formations, which I may take to give it to some kids. But that's the plan. I'm gonna go to that rock, and if there's something cool, I will stop filming and show. Like I said, there's a lot of dolomite rock here, but these crystals are too small for me to take, so I let you know if there's something better coming up. I moved my station just a few meters away from the other one, so I'm hitting a sphalerite zone here. So I got this boulder here. It's super crumbly, and I'm gonna take you for a ride. I don't know what this reddish staining is. Looks very iron based, but I don't think there's iron based minerals in this dump. In here this is a chunk of that boulder. You can see there is nice little balls of sphalerite all around it, but I really want to see if there is such a concentration of calcite. There's usually some surprise in it, because when I was chipping away this boulder, there's already a few fluorites were starting to come out. So probably there's some fluoride there, but the one intriguing guy is here is this donut shape black spray. I wonder if this is calcite that is being, I don't know, mineralized to different form. It's black. It's kind of loose. I don't want to play with it. I'm just gonna take it like this home. Give me an input if you know what that is. It's very interesting. Yeah, so here I'm gonna hold this phone like this. I'm gonna go with my light duty hammer to see what we can do. Okay, this one chips away. It's hard to do it with one hand, I'm telling you. Yeah, so this one has nothing intriguing, but I wonder if I hit it harder here. Oh, here it goes. Let's see what's inside. Just a cavity of more calcite, and there's holes in the rock. Holes are good. There you go. Let's see what's there. I don't know, looks like this brick color clay. I don't know if this is some kind of decomposed pyrite. Could be. Anyway, that's a nice rock. I have to use my two hands, see if there's anything good in there. Show you later. Okay, so we're gonna start with the big find. It was very beginning of my trip there. In this light you can see right away that this fluorite is actually picking up a lot of purple. So I found this boulder laying face down, and it was naturally cracked. So it contains this calcite and cube of fluorite, which you can see the squareness of it. It is unfortunately broken. I did find, as you could see in a video, a missing piece that belonged with it. This one, that's the remaining fluorite here, and that's the calcite. So basically they at one point were sandwiched like so. But to be honest with you, if you saw them like this, I don't want to touch them, you would not probably know that there is fluorite inside. So I'm glad that this natural boulder it was cracked, probably due to freezing and unfreezing. So that's a very nice specimen of fluorite and calcite from Mount Rose occurrence. Speaking of fluorite from that day, I found a little bit small, cubes like here. They're more clear than purple. They're exposed to light forever, so maybe this is where they lost their color. But again, they always go together with calcite. There is another cube, fluorite, somewhere there. This one is just a typical dog tooth formation of calcite. That pointy behavior of crystal is named after teeth of a dog, obviously. So that's two minerals already mentioned. Sphalerite, this one is a real gem, sitting, nice orange sphalerite sitting in some cavity of dark dolomite rock. And there is, I saw you at the field also, this little nest. From previous trips, I want to show you this beautiful little cave of fluorite and very yellow sphalerite. It's really cute. It's not very big, but quality is great. Smaller crystals, better quality they are. And that also checks in that location. So we have sphalerite, fluorite, calcite. Now dolomite, last visit I did find quite a bit of dolomite, but it wasn't worth bringing because I have dolomites from there from before. Like this one actually encases the sphalerite inside of its little geode. And mineral number 4 from there is the gypsum variation of celestite. So it's a clear looking, very platy form of gypsum. Again, I didn't find, I wasn't really looking for it at this time, but it's plenty of it over there. Gypsum, sometimes when you find this in a boulder, looks very chalky, almost white. But when you give it a little bit of work, you may find this platy formation of the crystals. And from previous trips, sphalerites you can find some nice crystals of sphalerite like this one here. This one has a little bit of gypsum on this side. And very often you find calcite in a spray formation like that. At the top of the boulder they may look very bumpy, but when you break them they have this point of center of growth, and often they associated by the root with fluorite. And yes, good example of this is here, which I found last week. It's a fluorite and calcite. Now I want to also show you very nice geode, almost, of dolomite. Again, this is not from my last week trip, but from trips before. You can see the dolomite crystals inside the cavity. They have a little bit of different shape to it, and the camera doesn't really show, but they almost look pinkish or peachy. So Again, 5 minerals from that occurrence. We have sphalerite, which is zinc-based ore. We have fluorite, we have calcite, we have gypsum in form of celestite, and also other formations which are, I don't know if they almost are animal-based, like these noodle-looking formation. It looks like they started from the spongy coral, and they kept mineralizing all around and becoming this almost flinty material. So that's one of them. And here's the bigger example. So these are more for a garden lock than cabinet lock. I don't know if you guys like those things. Speaking of fluorite, I want to show you some fluorite from Madoc area, somewhere from Madoc forests. This is a different cube. This one is really clear, and some of them have very tiny ring minerals or wire minerals, which are lead-based minerals. And this whole science, if you're interested in this microscopic occurrences, I believe one of them is called berlingerite, which has a you won't pick up it with this camera, but with magnifying loop like this, you can have fun finding those minerals inside the crystals. Yeah, so you're always going to find something in Montrose occurrence, because they're always digging the mountain, biting into it from one end to the other, preparing for next development of next projects. So they always disturb the rocks and the boulders, and they're moving them back and forth, sometimes cracking them. So, but the best way to find some good developed crystals is the back of the mountain. There's huge portion of it. There's a lot of digging stations there. This is also another nice calcite. This one is kind of cute because it looks like this crystal just crawl out of the cave and decide to attach itself to the fresh break. That's what you can find there. So enjoy yourself over there. It's free. Just don't litter. Oh, this is another example from there of symbiotic relation of calcite and fluorite. They always like each other. And this is again from last year, I believe. You're always going to find something. Be patient, work on the boulders, try to find the ones that were exposed to the air, because the ones that are in a soil, they're really soiled with clay, and that's really hard to even distinguish what you're digging for. And then we're going to finish with this spray formation of, I believe it's calcite, but it's changed color totally to black. This happens often over there with the inclusions of petroleum-based material, basically oil, natural oil. So I picked this one up. Again, it looked like a rosette formation, having a center and spraying out the crystals. If somebody thinks that this is altogether different mineral, let me know. If you think that's not calcite, that is saturated with dark color, I'd be very happy to hear something about it. So that's my experience for this winter. If winter doesn't get very cold and snowy, I will be back there for sure, because it's close to where I live. In the meantime, if you like this content, please subscribe and tell people who like stuff like this about my channel. And I'm gonna finish with this nice little close-up of fluorite with little balls of yellow sphalerite. And please subscribe, like my channel, and tell all other crazy people about it. See you next time.